Welcome back. Ikolele, Ikolawa. Yes, this is Lagos where things happen. And I tell you, Lagos also joins the rest of the world in celebrating International Youth Day. It is celebrated on August 12 and it is dedicated to recognizing the potential, accomplishments and contributions of young people worldwide. And the theme for this year is From Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. However, today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, technological advancements are reshaping every aspect of our lives. So it is imperative to equip the younger generation with essential digital literacy skills. And that is why we have come up with today's discussion, Digital Age and Youth Empowerment, with two vibrant young men. Engineer Ibrahim Adigun, Chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Lagos Chapter. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we have the tech guru, Olumide Ajayi, tech instructor and founder, Tech for the Street Initiative.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Adigun, you know I told you about that name the last time. So Ibrahim, congratulations.
Thank you
Last
so
time
much.
you were here sometime in June.
Yes.
You were still the coordinator of the NYC. Today you're the chairman. A bigger boy, that was why. That was what he said earlier. So let's start this way. Digital literacy is becoming increasingly important. So how is your council, the National Youth Council of Nigeria, addressing the digital divide among young people, especially in rural areas?
I like the part of especially the rural area because one of the things that we have discovered over the years that a lot of tech initiatives have come up, and most of them are always explored by those in the urban areas, those who have access to internet, those who have access to laptops, those who have access to smartphones. But what we did in the Youth Council, of course, while I was coordinator, and what we've done ever since we emerged also is that we have consistently advocated for tech programs and initiatives and tech empowerment programs within our grassroots, within the local government. So, but I'm delighted to tell you that a lot of our local government chairmen across board are yielding to the advice, and of course they are complying with the best practice standards. So we have in Lagos State, all over the 57 local governments, I can boast to say that I can count about 30 to 35 of them that have one or two tech initiatives, tech programs that they organize from time to time. As we speak now, a lot of them are exploring the opportunities of the summer to also organize summer boot camp, to engage the young people, the young kids from the primary to the secondary and of course to the tertiary education. So of course at the National Youth Council of Nigeria, of course collaborating with the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, we're also taking the information of a lot of initiatives organized by the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. And there's a program that is presently ongoing. It is called Lag Up.
Hey, you want to pay?
No.
Okay.
Are you done?
When she said, I want to pay.
It's true. Once you start talking about the program,
under what the state government is doing.
Yes, under what the state government is doing. So what we are doing is to ensure that such program, people at the rural area understand it, and we provide resources and material for them to also be able to benefit. Like, for example, we provide access to internet, we take the information to them on the streets. These are opportunities that you guys can benefit from. We take it to the junctions that we have within our streets. Benefit from this. In fact, we provide smartphones for them to also apply and be part of it. So these are some of the way we are collaborating with the state government to also ensure that some of the things that they are doing gets to the grassroots.
All right. This is for you, the tech guru. Considering the times and seasons that we are in, what specific digital skills do you think is relevant or critical for young people at this time?
Okay, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
When it comes to digital skills, I don't think there's a specific
Okay.
because each one of them is big on its own. You know, it's like a world on your own. That's how tech is like. So if you're doing social media has a lot going for it. You know, so if you're doing data analysis, we can't say which one is better than the other. It's just the interest of the child or the youth. The interest of the youth on which part, you know. For example, if you want to be a programmer, but you can't sit on the computer for like 8 to 10 hours, then you have no business, kind of, because it takes a lot of time, you know. But if you're the type that like design, you know, you go for graphic design, and then you build on that path. Do you understand? Because there are a lot of things attached to graphic design. So you build on that path. So it's not a thing of this is better than the other. Anyone flies. It depends on
your interest.
Yeah, the interest.
Okay, do you see us, you know, ready for digital literacy evolving in the next 5 years? Because the rate at which it is, you know, growing, are we ready?
I think we are not yet there, because according to UNICEF, last year, 2023, only 7% of the youths in Nigeria are computer literate. And I can bet with you.
You thought this they are Yahoo and
I can bet with you.
Said they are doing.
I can bet with you that 6% is from Lagos.
Really?
Yes. And, you know, and that's why Lagos, like you said, Lagos is doing quite a lot to encourage young people. I've been to other states.
Okay.
You know, you can't move freely. You have to see the state governor, first of all, for permission before, you know. And I'm wondering, but in Lagos, you just come up with that initiative and then, you know, plug into the system and you're good to go. So far, you're using it to help younger people. So I feel that as Lagos is doing theirs, other states too should accommodate, you know, and then parents also have to be literate about these things because they're also a stumbling block.
Well, you talked about parents, but most of those initiatives, programs are being done to, you know, empower the youth. I've hardly seen any program or scheme or initiative being, you know, organized for people like me as as parents.
Okay, I tried it before. I tried to work with parents, but the honest
What's
truth
the attitude? What was
the
the attitude like?
They like it.
Okay.
But when they start the first class, the next couple of class, they are busy. They'll tell you, I'm going to sell something in the market too. Give me time. And so, you know, with that, but it's legit. They have to make money. You know, so they don't have that time, even though some of them want to learn. While some don't even know anything at all. And they are very receptive because of the Yahoo you mentioned. Because the bad image he has given to, you know, to us, you know, so they don't want anything to, no, I don't want problem, or, you know, and so those are part of this. So we need to now re-educate them on the advantages of letting their children learn this.
So I think significantly there's a significant improvement in the area of our parents, of course, having interest in the tech skills. In fact, when you go to a lot of tech institutes, you see a lot of adults, you know, over the age of 50, wanting to even be a programmer. You know, it's because of the need for them to also feel that in the tech space, there are enormous opportunities for you to be self-employed, to also fend for your people. So I think there is increasing growth by the day. So what we need to do, together with him, we've worked together in the past. So what we need to continue to do is to increase and amplify the advocacy for everybody, not for only the youth.
The space for everyone.
The space is for everybody, both male child, girl, female child, everybody to be part of the tech space.
I'm glad that you mentioned female child. Why are women? Of course, we see them, but they're not enough in this tech space. What exactly is, you know, making them not there, you know, in digital literacy?
Well, I think one of the reasons would be probably feminine, maybe feminine.
But they are human beings.
Yeah. So, but what
When
I've
you
come to
finishes, I want
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
react to
So what I've discovered also is that we have a lot of female girl child also participating in the tech space now, and they are doing fantastically well. So of course, as a youth advocate, what we can only do in that space is to continue to encourage them and see reasons why they also need to be part of it. I remembered the last International UN ICT Girl Child Day. There was also a program where we put up for girl child in specific to explore different opportunities within the tech space, within our local government at the time when I was the coordinator of my local branch. And we have about more than 500 of them within our local government benefiting from it. So we also intend to, of course, take that kind of initiative to the state level. Before we stepped into the studio, I was discussing with him on possible collaborative initiatives that we can do to target most especially the girl child, because we believe that a society is as good when the girl child have a lot of skills, have a lot of things that they can also contribute and bring to the table. Because don't forget, almost all our kids will always be with them. So imagine when you have a wife that is married, and the wife can explore the internet, can work with the computer system, can do a little bit of one or two things, probably graphic design or animation or word processing, or of course maybe networking. It will be easy for the child to tap into the skills. But for we, the males, most often time we're always very busy with work and every other thing. So we should just amplify the advocacy for, of course, for girl child to also be inclusive of the process.
You wanted to respond to?
Yes, I'm a fan. I've seen, I have testimonies on that, for the girl child. Okay, so let me share it very short. 2016, we had training like this with kids, male and female. And one of the girl child got a scholarship to go to, based on the training, tech training, to go to Babcock on scholarship. And she finished with the first class. Now, the good thing is she did not study computer science. She studied mass communication. But because of her knowledge, she was able to teach, our peers that studied computer science. Over there. So meaning that it's not this IT literacy we're talking about is not about whether you have to be a computer. No.
Yes.
That's another, and then she has now grown to become an enigma, and she's not the only one. I've seen it across the girl child. They are so fantastic,
super amazing.
Super amazing. So for me, if not because I'm a guy, I'll say I'll do only ladies alone. But we have to balance it.
Okay, with all you have said, you said the lady studied mass communication.
Yes.
So what does it take to be digital literate?
It's
once I have my phone, my smartphone, am I not digital literate?
The question is, what are you?
What am I doing with
it?
How are you using it?
Yes.
I'm surfing TikTok.
Good, that is it. You're not maximizing.
Okay.
It's a world on its
So what
own.
does it take to be digital literate?
What it takes is, it's simple. You have a phone, you want to learn.
Okay.
Basically, you want to learn. You're curious. You want to learn something new. You want to learn something that will be of advantage to you. So it now depends on what area do you think will be of interest. Now, the truth of the matter is, it's not as easy as we say it is. So it's not.
I was going to say that.
You just no. It's a lot of diligence. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of grinding because you want to know. And it's knowledge. When it sticks, nobody can. It's knowledge. So and the good thing about it for someone like us that we're in the spaces, when we have it, we give it out. That's part of what we even talked about. Because the knowledge, I can't exhaust it. So why am I stingy with it? Why not give it out to the young ones? Their brain is like rubber. It's elastic. So they will catch it. And for people like me and him too, our joy is to say in the next 5-6 years, and like I just spoke about this lady now, anytime I see her, I'm proud. I'm very, very proud of her because even when she works now, she's a big girl. So but it's not a day job. It's a lot of work.
It takes a lot of hard
it takes
work.
a lot of,
So what I always tell people, whenever people see, when they see you do well in the tech space, they say, I want to also learn coding. I want to do this, I want to do that. So oftentimes I ask, and I always tell them, so you need to first of all consult. If you want to excel or you want to explore opportunities within the tech space, you want to know one or two things, you need to first of all ask people already in that space so that they can tutor you and guide you what you need to learn. For example, if you are someone, as you have said, that your flair is you love colorful things, you like the graphical aspect of tech and every other thing. So if you consult properly, so you see someone guide you to become
So first you need a mentor.
So you need a mentor, somebody who will guide you. So after, of course, seeking a mentor and you have an advisor, okay, go into graphics design. Graphic in itself, in fact, if you study engineering, electronics and computer engineering, there's a specific course called graphics in engineering. Graphics in itself is a different industry in itself, because as a graphic designer, you might not necessarily need to lay your hands on code for life. And you'll be made, because a lot of things that you see, a lot of websites that you see that you see around, a lot of the conceptualization that comes into it before you even start coding, you need a graphic designer to do the old template for you and every other thing. So first of all, my advice for anybody who wants to come into this space is to first of all seek advice. If it's word processing, if it's database you want, if you like networking, seek advice. Then after seeking the advice, then start small. Your smartphone, you can also use your smartphone to, unlearn, relearn a lot of things. Make research individually about things that you need to know about that space. So if it's something that you also feel, okay, fine, they said I should go and learn graphics, then after you go to YouTube, you just look for a lot of resources on YouTube. You get a lot of them for free. And if you are contented, then you can continue to go into that space. And there's a difference between you knowing how to press your phone and being a computer literate. You can be a digital literate, but you are not computer literate. Digital literate is, for example, you can TikTok, you can, sorry.
Because I mentioned
you can TikTok, you can do every other thing. But when it comes to your laptop, you don't even know how to shut down a laptop. It's a different ballgame entirely. Yes, there are a lot of people that cannot even handle a mouse. They do not know that there's a difference between the right click and the left click. So, but when they are with their phone, in fact, you're a computer guru, you need to consult them.
a warrior.
Okay, this is my question for you. So we have emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, and the IoTs. What role do you see these technologies playing in the future of youth empowerment?
It's a lot.
Personally, I think, let me talk about AI. I think AI is a very fantastic, technology. I think it is very fantastic, but
doesn't it make people lazy?
it makes people, oh my
Laid back,
God,
lazy.
extremely lazy.
Exactly.
So everything, ChatGPT, everything, I'm not saying it's wrong.
But Oyibo decided
But the truth of the matter is the Oyibo that did it also did hard work and is trying to make it easy. Then why is everybody running from hard work? And everything wants to be easy.
Let me add something. In some schools, like my son told me that, look, when they give them assignments, they say, you can research from ChatGPT, but do not copy
and paste.
So how do you draw the line?
How do you draw the line? I think because there must be knowledge before you can even before you can even copy. So because now likes of ChatGPT and co, they are plugged to Google.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They take their source from Google. So anything you type there, by the time you find it on Google too.
Yeah.
So the knowledge has to be there. Because when the knowledge is there, by the time you are sifting the information, you know what you want, you know how to add, remove,
So, but it takes knowledge for you to organize what you have said.
That knowledge must be there first. I feel it's very key. Then you can ChatGPT what you want to ChatGPT, but you know how to make your corrections in between. But that knowledge, you must have it.
So as much as a lot of these emerging technologies are there, oftentimes when I sit down, I always see it as though maybe the Western world wants to make us continue to be lazy. so that they can dominate the.
Why must we do the things do everything they had?
No. The thing is, for example, if you want to continue to develop things, want to be innovative, then we must understand the root of a lot of these technologies.
Okay.
For example, even as a programmer, there are a lot of applications now that makes your work so easy. That instead of you writing a lot of code, for example, you want to design a website, during those days, you need to probably know HTML, you know CSS.
Yeah, you still have to know it too.
No, wait. So probably you need to know all of those things and you write those codes yourself. But nowadays, in fact, you might not necessarily know a lot of coding, but you just need to probably know how to organize the structure of HTML before you can build a site. In fact, you might not necessarily even know the coding. You just go to WordPress, your site is available. You go to Joomla, your site is available. And you observe that you need little or nothing to even build a website. So now, the issue is always when you need to do the good work. You need to do the real work. You need to develop a web-based solution. You now need the actual skill to put up the code from the scratch and of course build a solution that can solve a problem. Because when you get to the middle, or for example, a client gives you a job and you leverage on a lot of those emerging technologies to build the software. At the end of the day, when they say we want you to add something to the software, so you'll be stuck at the middle, because the entirety of the solution you built was built out of you not knowing anything about that thing. You knew little about it. So oftentimes I always feel, so how we should balance it is, first of all, you need to seek the fundamentals, know the basis. So when you know the basis, understand the basis. For example, what I do nowadays, I don't code like before. Because I understand the basis of a lot of those codings. So you just leverage on, probably if you want to develop it, you just leverage on Laravel, for example. If a Python, all of those things does a lot of easy work for you. And because you understood the basis, it will be easy for you to navigate your way through when you are stuck at the middle. So seek the basis.
Let me hold your thought there. We need to go on a short break now, and when we return, the conversation continues. Stay with us.
When I went to Computer Village to grab an accessory for my phone, I already got the accessory. I didn't check because I was still a JJC that time. And then when I got home, I figured out that the accessory I got was second hand, first of all, but I paid for new price. And when I turned the phone on, the battery just swelled up. The same day I got it, I wanted to go back, and the shop where I thought I bought the thing, they said the guy I bought the thing from was not working for them. I was just wondering, like, how would they deny something that I just got the same day? And then it just opened my eye that anything can happen in the streets of Lagos.
Welcome back. You had it there, our Lagos Sense. In Lagos, you need to shine your eyes. That cannot be emphasized enough.
You say shine your eye.
Shine your eye. Turn your eye, wait,
Another
wait.
Lagos.
Look your back. Look your back. Wait,
Another
wait.
Nigerian news, you know, telling us his experience in Lagos. You need to be careful. Anyway, we're talking about digital age and youth empowerment. There's a lot going on social media or online where we see people tell you, oh, you can work from home. You can work from home. What skills, you know, do you require to work from home? If I had those skills, I won't be here.
There are a lot of skills required that you can do from home. I do a lot of teaching, you know, online. I have clients all around the world presently. I know a lot of people that do help people manage their social media, you know,
That's
platforms, you know. I have a lot of graphic designers. There's so many things you can do, you know, while you're in your sitting room or your bedroom, you know, you work from home. What do you need? Good internet, working computer, lights.
But how accessible are these jobs?
Of course, the jobs are almost in every sector. For example, during the COVID, we observed that there was a revolution of working from home. You know, the whole atmosphere changed. For example, you know, in the health sector, for example, oftentimes you don't need to see a doctor physically. So there are a lot of EMR solutions where you can, you know, connect with those medical doctors, or in fact get prescriptions, and those drugs will be sent to you via a dispatch and every other thing. That is in terms of health. In terms of course, education, you have within the educational space, of course, as he has said, you have a lot of materials. You can even go online and do a live, for example. You can do Facebook, you can set up a Zoom, for example. You can set up Skype and connect with people. Of course, work and you get paid while doing those things. The same thing applies even to other general services where you need to, as I've said, you need to order a food, you need to do this, you need to do that. There are a lot of people that do not have a store as we speak, but they prepare food. They prepare a lot of them, they market it online, and people do not even have access to meet with these guys that are, of course, preparing these materials, and of course they get it dispatched to them. So that is an example of working, and so it is everywhere in the space. So what you just need to require is, number one, of course, the use of your smartphone is very, very essential. It's very essential. You don't need internet, of course. We are getting there a little bit because the state government is doing a lot to ensure that there is access to connectivity within the states, and of course the federal government is also doing its bit. So as a person or as a people, what we should do is to also leverage on all of these technologies, the ISPs, to also ensure that we, of course, with our gadgets, with our laptops and smartphones, we'll get there. I think it's not a day job, but we'll get there.
Okay. A lot of things are going on the digital platform. So as a body, the NYC, what are you doing to encourage young people, aside social interaction? There's an issue of cybercrime. Some will be doing that and say they are working from home.
Yes.
So what are you doing? It's working from home, if you ask them. So what are you doing to encourage young people that you can do more with the digital platform? You know, you can learn, you can improve on advocacy. What are you doing as a body?
So what we have done is that every time we have opportunity to interact with young people, which we always do, we continue to advocate for them to ensure that they use their smartphone rightly. There are a lot of opportunities that are everywhere. In fact, a few days ago, we had a town hall engagement where we also had opportunity to address over 1,000 youth on how to assess opportunities within the armed forces. There was a deficit of young people not knowing even how to apply online for the armed forces recruitment. So there was a lot. So a lot of some of these things we do them often. Another thing is that we organize, of course, symposiums, seminars, and training specifically for people to understand how to explore digital opportunities. For example, with your phone, you can become someone who you can call yourself a content creator with your smartphone. You can, with CapCut, you can edit your videos, you can edit your pictures, you can, of course, upload them on social platforms. And of course, you can now, you know, drive those posts that you've made on social platforms for people to see it, for a larger,
is a big thing now.
so for a larger audience to see. So when you know how to see, to do a lot of some of these things, it empowers you as a young person. So these are opportunities that will continue to push to our people at the grassroots. Of course, we'll continue to do them periodically, and we hope that we'll be able to hit a 5,000 mark physical engagement of young people empowered with digital skills by the time we are done with our administration.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Olumide Ajayi, tech instructor, founder Tech for the Street Initiative, and Ibrahim Adigun, chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Lagos chapter. We've been talking about digital age and youth empowerment. We did not finish this conversation.
We'll continue next time.
You need to come back. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back after this time.